Yep, codes gets involved. Now let's have some fun with it. High grass. They said I have high grass. Yeah, I admit it's a little higher than normal, but I have high grass? What in the is this? What is this considered? But yet I have high grass. This shit's over my fence. I have high grass. I still can't believe that they say I have rubbish. I have rubbish. Do they want to see rubbish? Because I can make rubbish. I don't think they're ready for it. So here's a little message to whoever called codes on me. It doesn't really affect me, but it does piss me off that you guys keep calling codes on me. Let's roll the footage from today. I'm just gonna jump right on into it here, guys. And you know, I know this isn't for everybody, but I know for the people that this does seem to bother the most, that this is a good video for you because you get to see kind of a rant from Scented Steve. So today, as I was, you know, going on about my day, trying to get everything accomplished, I needed to get an engine hoist for this because I need to pull an engine out. The engine hoist I have is lent out to somebody else, and they're using it. So I ended up jumping on, well, I went to Harbor Freight, which is a little bit away from my house. They didn't have one. The closest place they had one was in like Hagerstown, Maryland. I wasn't going to drive up there, so you guys know me. I love Facebook Marketplace. So I ended up finding one on Facebook Marketplace, and I was able to go pick it up down in Lancaster. So it was a little bit of a drive. It took kind of 2 hours out of my day today, but you know what? We got an engine hoist here, and whenever the other one comes back, we'll have 2 of them. So we'll be able to do a lot more work in a shorter amount of time. So I just wanted to say that if anybody else out there, you know, doesn't like these rant videos or anything, I do apologize that I have to do them. But the reason that I do them is because if I do end up getting fines or anything from this, this will go ahead and offset the cost. I know it's probably not the best thing or the right thing to do. However, I'm on a platform where I can actually use revenue to pay some of the things that I get myself into. And well, we're just gonna make this video. So here today around 1 o'clock, as I was trying to get some things done, I had obviously the township codes enforcement officer show up. So I actually didn't speak with him. I let him go on about doing what he had to do, and I just kind of stayed out of his hair. I do get it. I do have a bunch of scrap metal here, secondhand rubbish as he likes to call it. But we were getting rid of that. This truck here, as you do know, was supposed to be out of here today. However, I didn't have an engine hoist, which I now have. So you can see I'm ready to pull the engine out. I literally just needed to get an engine hoist, get this thing yanked out, and then this whole truck and everything is going to scrap. However, obviously here we are today. Somebody was upset and called code. So the second thing was vehicles parked on the grass, which you guys can see I don't actually have any vehicles parked on the grass except for the RV, which they know about, and the ramp truck up there. It is what it is. I got a lot of vehicles here, and with Mike's Blazer here, it kind of takes up a little bit of room as well. This truck, as you guys do know, is only going to be here for a short amount of time. It's actually been here probably less than a week, so it is what it is. I picked this thing up on Friday. Here it is. Today is actually Monday. So this truck hasn't been here very long. It's already almost torn apart. All I got to do is, you know, take out the transmission bolts here, unhook the drive shaft, and yank this engine out. So this thing is going to be gone tomorrow. It won't be here any later than that. And again, like I said, we're going to pick up all the scrap, toss it in the truck, make one trip. Just saves me some time. The other thing that was on here was high grass and high weeds. Now, I don't normally go out and, you know, this is all parts that I've, you know, been progressing to get done. But like I said, I don't normally go out on a limb to go ahead and discuss high grass or, you know, limbs or whatever, property maintenance. But I do know my yard is bad. I will admit my yard is not in the greatest of shape. It's terrible. But whoever's calling, actually, you should come help me clean up. But if you jump over my fence here, I don't have that. So I don't understand why they're on me about high grass and weeds and everything like that. As you can tell, I don't even know what half of this stuff is. And like, again, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not here to put blame on anybody. I'm not even going to say anything about the neighbor's grass being high. I'm just going to move on about my day and take care of the things that I have to take care of. But yes, I'm not the worst property in the neighborhood. if I go up to the top up here, he has cars and everything up here. It is what it is. I don't know why you guys like to call on me, get me wrapped up in everything, because number one, I take care of kids, and the only thing this does is slow me down from being able to be with my kids, especially now that they're back in school. They have sports events, they have everything going on right now, and the only thing this does is basically take time away from them. But I know I'm ranting. I'm a little worked up, but we are doing what we can do. So the other thing on here was tall grass. That's actually it. So high grass and cars parked on the grass, and I guess the weeds and all that. So 3 total citations. It is what it is, guys. I'm just gonna get out here and get after it. There's nothing I can do. I'm still gonna go on about my days. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to get this stuff cleaned up. When I get it cleaned up, I get it cleaned up. The shed is also another thing that we are trying to take care of. I actually guess now I have to spend this weekend, instead of spending it with my kids for their birthday, I now have to spend it building a shed. So whoever, you know, called, it is what it is. I hope you're happy about it all, and we're just gonna do what we can to move on. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up that portion of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a bunch of things that I've gotten done for the Tahoe back here that we are going to do. And you know, we're just going to move on from there. So I'll show you a little bit of me pulling all this apart. I know it's not really the most exciting, but I went ahead and painted up a bunch of things that are going to go back on the Tahoe, and I'm excited, guys. The Tahoe is going to get done, and the only thing, this really doesn't slow me down at all. I know I've already said it, but it really doesn't slow me down at all. Just makes me have to get things done sooner than I had anticipated. And again, it is what it is. So let's just get everything wrapped up here, and I'll pick back up in a little bit. Alrighty, so now that my rant is over, let's just go ahead and say that I've went ahead and painted up all these pieces. The pieces that you are going to see are for the Tahoe. So we're in the process of making this thing absolutely perfect. As you guys do know, I did order everything that you're about to see painted right now. I did order off of the internet, and it was like a, THZ Motorsports or something like that. So everything I did order didn't come in. It was on back order. 3 months later, I decided, heck, we're going out here to buy a truck. So we got the grill all painted up, and it didn't come out the nicest or the best I've ever done. I don't know if there was some kind of contaminant on the surface, but as you can tell up here, it just kind of looks terrible. But from a distance, it don't look bad. So we're gonna go ahead and just toss this in. I am still gonna order another grill because I didn't actually want this style grill anyway. But moving on, we've got the grill painted. You guys do know I got my Chevy emblem on the side here, so that's gonna be orange down the center like it was in the previous video. And here is this piece. This is actually the radiator support. It looks freaking killer, guys. So I went ahead and painted this thing up to make it look freaking shiny, to really stand out. Again, I want to make this truck as nice as possible. Everyone that I found actually in the junkyards and everything was like super rusty. This one has very minimal rust right here on this plate and everything, but we've got it painted up. This thing's going to look freaking killer. Again, we have, these are the radiator I don't know what you want to call them, but they hold the radiator down, radiator hold downs maybe. And then this is going to be where the hood latch and everything goes. So everything is painted up for this thing. Everything is going to look freaking killer. I pulled the AC condenser out because we do want this truck to have AC. And the only other thing that I'm asking of you guys is I want to get smoked headlights for this thing. So I do have the headlights that came with this truck. They are absolutely in terrible shape. We're going to toss them back in just so that we get the truck done. But if anybody knows where I can get some smoked headlights for this thing, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money. I have a lot of time and a lot of money into this truck already. But if anybody knows where I can get some of them, obviously not TH Motorsports or whatever the heck that was. Or if you have them aftermarket laying around somewhere and you're somewhat local to me, I'll run and pick them up. I definitely need corner lights and the headlights and everything for an OBS Chevy. So if it's something that you guys got for me, please give me a shout. Let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and still roll some footage from this. And hopefully I can get the radiator support and everything back on this truck and get the hood closed. I mean, that was the other thing too. I didn't even show you guys. I actually got a cow hood for this thing. So we do have our 2-inch cow hood for this Tahoe. This thing is going to look freaking sweet when it's all said and done. So I'm freaking pumped, guys. We have all the parts to get this thing back together. This thing should be running and driving by the end of the week. And then we'll get it registered, titled and everything, and be good to go. I don't know why I always say titled. Everything's titled. I don't know why I always say get it registered and insured, I guess. I don't know. But But hopefully by the end of the week, we can get this thing registered and get this thing on the road. I'm freaking excited about it because I actually really like this thing. I really want to drive it. I really want to just kind of get out there and enjoy this build. This has been one of the longer builds that I've been having on the channel, short of like the Civic and things like that. But this is one of the longest builds that it's taken to finish, but it's because of the coronavirus and everything. So I hope you guys understand that. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. And whoever you are that keeps calling codes, you know, I you know, pretty much dedicate this video to you. So hope you enjoyed your little bit of a shout out here. If you want to shout yourself out, drop your name down in the comments section below. It doesn't affect me at this point. Like I said, it is what it is. We're just moving forward. And I hope you guys, you know, can understand that these aren't the type of videos I like to see. But we are making progress, guys. I will see you guys in an upcoming video tomorrow with this thing actually going back together. So you'll actually see this thing 100% back together tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one.